Good day and welcome to SCO BRICS Insight, where we bring you the latest news, information and analysis on what's really going on in the world of the BRICS. Now, there's a new gas war about to break out, and it's going to be between Russia and the US, and this time it's over helium. It's not that well known, but one of the rare but essential types of gases for industry, particularly the high-tech sector, is helium. And it's set to become the battleground for the new gas war, following the one over LNG and pipeline gas in Europe. I mean, Russia's actively increasing the production of this strategically important resource, helium. I mean, currently the largest market players are the US, Qatar and Algeria. However, in the coming years, the balance of power is going to change significantly. According to scientists, by 2030, Russia will have almost half of the world market for this rare type of gas. I mean, global helium demand has doubled in the last few years, according to the United States Geological Survey. Global helium production increased by 8% in 2023 to reach 170 million cubic meters. I mean, the United States is currently the largest supplier to the world market, and it provides 46% of the global supply of helium and 79 million cubic meters in real time. Qatar and Algeria are in second and third place with production volumes of 66 and 10 million cubic meters respectively. Russia, the volume of helium production last year was only 8 million cubic meters, so Russia's the fourth largest. But it's leading in the terms of the increase in production rates. I mean, last year more than 80% of the increase in production was actually provided by Russia and Qatar. And their combined increase in helium production was 10 million cubic meters. Now, it's noteworthy that a third of the world's helium supply originates from an underground reservoir in Texas, and that was created as a strategic reserve for inflating airships a long time ago. Now, in the 1950s, the demand for helium decreased, but then it began to grow rapidly due to the development of technology. Now, the gas is used in the high-tech sector. So it's used and associated with the production of LCD displays, optical fibers, semiconductors, superconductors, medical equipment and breathing mixtures. Furthermore, helium is used in the nuclear industry, also for the production of parts for mobile phones, tablets and also space technology. This is because helium is inert. It means it does not react with other substances. So this is a critical property for the manufacturers of electronic components, as it prevents other gases or contaminants from entering the microchip during its production. Now, helium is also highly efficient at absorbing heat, making it an ideal choice for cooling. And because of its ability to cool the level of a superconductor, it's used in things like MRI scanners, according to Pavel Sevlotstein, who's an associate professor of technology at the Russian Economic University. Now, in the coming years, Russia, which has the world's largest helium reserves, will be able to increase the production of the gas many times over, probably by around a billion cubic meters by 2030. This is possible with the current infrastructure, which consists mainly of two large plants, the Orenburg helium plant and the Amur gas processing plant. Now, last year, Gazprom increased its helium production capacity 8-fold. The company commissioned and brought into full operation 2 helium units at the Amur gas processing plant, and that's one of the largest infrastructure projects in the far east of Russia. Now, at the same time, the gas processing plant has established a production and supply chain for the production and processing of high-level helium gas to the liquefaction of gas and its supply to the domestic and foreign markets. Now, according to a forecast by scientists from the Trofimchuk Institute of Petroleum Geology and Geophysics at the Siberian Academy of Sciences, the production volume could actually reach 75 million cubic meters a year. And that's according to Nikolai Nepilov, who's an economist and expert on industrial issues. Now, last year, the Irkutsk Oil Company, or Irkutsk Neftekomp, INK, put a helium plant into pilot production at the Yakhantinskoye oil and gas condensate field. This is the second large plant in Russia with annual production of 7.5 million cubic meters. Its geographical location allows it to supply gas to both companies in the European part of Russia and in the Far East. However, INK is working exclusively for the export of helium, which is being sent to China, the USA, Germany and Belgium, according to Nepiluev. Now, taking into account all the planned projects, the volume of helium production in Russia could reach 75 million cubic meters by 2030 and remain at that level until the latter part of the 21st century. So we're looking at about another 50 years. Now, helium from the fields of eastern Siberia and the Far East will actually meet around 45% of the world's demand, says Nepiluev. Now, America's reserves are dwindling, and it's America's gas fields are also dwindling. So the source of much of the world's helium supplies are being depleted. And other fields have proved too difficult to develop. Now, taking into account the expected increase in domestic production, the largest player in the global helium market will have to compete fiercely with Russia. Now, over the past decade, the supply of the American helium has fallen by more than 40%. So if Russia fully exploits its production and export potential, it's every chance of taking the key position in the future. Now, take into account that the main producers of electronics in the world are China, Indonesia, Malaysia, Japan, Singapore, Taiwan, Korea, the USA and Germany. Helium is going to be a very popular product on the world market. So, and we're not talking just about exports. Russian manufacturers also are going to need the product to overcome their technological dependence on Western countries. So as its manufacturing electronics industry develops, they're going to need it. Moreover, most unfriendly countries will be forced to cooperate with Russia. Russian helium producers. And the Rus has no other analogues and it can't be replaced. So, the fact that Russia has the helium, China has the rare earth metals, the US plans to control the high-tech chip sector looks doomed to failure, and another setback for the global bully. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this about helium. It's not something that gets a bit of coverage, etc. So thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe. Please share and visit the website for lots of great articles like this one that will tell you about what's really going on in the world of the BRICS. Okay, thanks and see you again soon. Goodbye.